Hi, I'm Kathy Gunst, cookbook author. We're going to make a really interesting dish today. It's called a pumpkin seed, bacon, and rosemary brittle. Now think of the kind of brittle you get at a candy store, peanut or cashew brittle. You love it, it's super sweet. I don't like sugar all that much, so I thought, wouldn't it be cool to make a savory version of brittle? So that's what this is. We're going to use Mexican pumpkin seeds, which are also called pepitas. So we're going to take a cup of the pumpkin seeds. You can also use the kind of pumpkin seeds that come straight out of a pumpkin, but they're a little bit more fibrous, and these are very buttery, so I particularly like these. So we have a cup of pumpkin seeds, or pepitas. I'm going to add a cup of sugar, just about. I'm going to add a pinch of salt. Not too much because the bacon is super salty. And here we have our bacon. This is it was a thick country style bacon. I like to get it till it's nice and crisp because when you bite into it, I want you to get this meaty, salty, crisp bacon bits. So we're just gonna take it and crumble it, and they don't all have to be exactly the same size. So we're just gonna stir that up. So we have our pumpkin seeds and our bacon. Now we have some chopped rosemary. Here's some fresh rosemary. All I did was just take it off of the thick twigs, chopped it up, about 1.5 tablespoons there. And we added our salt, cayenne, a little bit of a bite. This is such an interesting flavor combination. You have buttery, sweet pumpkin seeds, you have meaty, crunchy bacon, sweet sugar, and then we're going to add a dash of cayenne. You could make this very subtly spicy, or you could really give it a pow. So it's really up to you. I'm eyeballing it, but you could go from about 1/4 teaspoon right on up. And you'll know you have enough when there's a little tint of red to it. The last ingredient in the brittle, and this is what binds it together, is 1 egg white. Now this is not a souffle. You don't want to whip it up till it's stiff. I'm just using a fork, and I simply want to whisk it with a fork until it's just a little bit frothy. If you over whip it and it gets too much air in it, the brittle's going to rise and fall, and you're not going to have a really good crunch. So this should take about 60 seconds. See the froth there? That's it. No more. We're going to add that to our pumpkin seeds and our bacon and our cayenne and our rosemary and our salt. And what this egg white's going to do is it's going to bring all the ingredients together. As I said, it acts as a binder. And then we're simply going to spread it onto a baking sheet or a cookie sheet that's lined with parchment paper, or tin foil is extremely easy. Or if you have one of those silicone mats, you can use that because they're wonderful. They don't stick. So you know the mixture is ready when all the ingredients have been incorporated into the egg white. And I should mention, I didn't use a small egg. You want to use a medium or a large size egg white because you want enough moisture to really put it together. And make sure that bacon is really distributed so you don't get all the bacon in one piece. And then I'm simply going to lay it onto my cookie sheet with our tin foil or parchment, and I'm going to spread it out into a thin surface. Now you're going to notice there's some holes here. And normally that would be a problem, but it's not with this recipe because when it bakes, it all comes together, and then we're going to crunch it up and throw it into little pieces. So this is all fine. But you want it to be even. That's really the most important part. You don't want some parts of it to be super thick and other parts paper thin. And I'm going to put this into a 375-degree oven for about 25 minutes, and then I'm going to let it cool. And I'll show you the magic that happens when you mix 5 ingredients into this super unusual recipe. So this is what our pumpkin seed, bacon, and rosemary brittle looks like after it's baked for 25 minutes. It's cooled down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lift up the foil, and I'm going to break it off, and I'm simply going to crumble it into bite-sized pieces. You can keep them big, or you can do them small. So here's the deal with this stuff. And I'm being perfectly serious. This is addictive. This is habit forming. You've got salt, sugar, the allure of bacon, the little bit of cayenne. Make a double batch. Be smart. It'll keep for about a week. It's a really nice hostess gift, holiday gift. I like eating it with glasses of champagne. Others say it's fabulous with beer. But I think my favorite way of eating this is to crumble it up like this and serve it on a salad of winter greens or summer greens, arugula, some nice spicy greens with this brittle like, think of it like a crouton. So you've got, it's almost like a full salad. You've got pumpkin seeds and bacon and spices with the spicy greens and then some crumbled blue cheese. Oh my God, it's, as I said, don't call me if you start to find that you're addicted to pumpkin seed, bacon, and rosemary brittle. It's a really unusual treat. I have yet to meet someone that like is not interested in this. So enjoy it and make a double batch.